triangle with 3 given side lengths, and we are not given any of the angles. So the first step that we need to do is we need to take our ruler and use our ruler to draw the lengths of the sides that it will eventually be the same as our triangle. So in our example, our goal is to create a triangle of 2 inches, 2 inches, and 3.5 inches. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to use it to draw lines of those lengths. So, starting with 2 inches, make sure you're on inches, not centimeters. Oops, and the next one is also 2 inches. And the last one is 3.5. Alright, and then we are done with our ruler, so that actually can go away. And you will need a compass. Looks like that. Okay, after you're done drawing your lines, and I always put them in order from smallest to biggest from top to bottom, just like this. But after you're done drawing your lines, you need to pick a pretty much random point on your paper. That's going to be your starting point, or point A. We'll be using that a lot. Okay, once you have that point, you go ahead and move your compass. And what we're going to do is we're going to set the compass so that the distance between the pointy part and the pencil is the same distance as the length of one of our sides. So we'll start with the longest first. So I'm going to put my pointy part on the end of the line here, and then I'm going to extend the arm as far as it needs to go to get to the other side, to get to the other end. So depending on how far your compass needs to go, it might be a pretty big stretch, but okay, so I've set the distance. So I can actually pick up my compass and move it, and that distance shouldn't change at all. Alright, so I'm going to move the compass over so that the pointy part is now on my random point A, which is now stationary. It's no longer random, now it is point A. And I'm going to use that distance to draw an arc. Okay, an arc is just, like if I went the whole way around, this would create a circle, but an arc is just a part of a circle. So you're just making a short distance there, and then you're done with that, and you need to pick somewhere on that arc to draw a point. And it doesn't matter if it's down here, if it's in the middle, or if it's up here, as long as it's on that line. So I'm going to choose a point down here, and let's see, there we go. So I have a point on the line, and that's going to be point B, in case we need to name it in the future. Okay, so now I'm going to reset my compass so that it, oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm going to reset my compass to a different length because I want to set the length to the next line. So put my pointy part on the edge of the next line, and again I always put them in order, smallest to biggest, and then I work my way up when we're using them. And why is it drawing? Should not draw. There we go. And so I'm going to set the length, or the distance, between the pointy part and the pencil so that it's the same as the length of one of the sides. In this case, the distance is going to be 2 inches. Once I have that distance set, I go back to point A and put my pointy part on point A, and I'm going to make an arc at that distance. And it doesn't actually matter if I go up from that point or if I go down. So in this case, I'm just going to go down. And this time we're not going to put a point on that arc. Over here we put a point on the arc. Over here, no point. Alright, and now for the last one I would go and I'd set the distance again, but I know that it's going to be the same because it was also 2 inches. So I know it's already set, but I'll just go ahead and change colors so you can see that. And here's the difference. After you have the distance of your last side length set, instead of bringing it over to the point A, like we have been, you're going to bring it over to point B. So your pointy part is actually going to go on the dot that you put on that very first arc. Okay. And from there, you're going to create an arc. And where those 2 arcs meet, the one you made in the step prior and the one you just made in this step, and they will only meet at one point, okay, right there, wherever they intersect. Okay, that point is the last point that we're going to need to make our triangle. So what I do now is I'm going to get rid of all of my arcs because I don't need those. I just need my points. I have 3 points now. And you will take a straight edge and make sure that you are making straight lines between the dots. And, oh no, I didn't mean to just do that. Okay, good. Whew. And if you're really good, you'll connect those, I did it again. You'll connect those dots and find out that they are, you know, you'd use a ruler then to make sure that you have the right lengths. But I'm going to be sneaky, and since I've already made the lengths of this triangle, I'm going to use those. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Okay, sorry. This is just me messing with technology. Okay, back to plan A, which is to go ahead and just take a straight edge and connect your dots. Sorry if I confused you with that, but okay, so you have 3 dots, you're connecting those dots, which will give you 3 side lengths, which will then make a triangle. And he said then you would, if you want to be really exact, which we always do in math and especially in geometry, you will then take a ruler and make sure that you have the right side lengths there. I don't know why it's being goofy. There we go. So, take a ruler, line that up, 3.5 there. You guys are really going to think I don't know how to use anything on here. Let's see. About 2 inches there. And 2 inches there. So we did a good job. Whew. It was a lot of work though. So hopefully between the prior example, the internet example that you found on Edmodo, and this example, you will be able to construct triangles of 3 sides. And I don't mind if you have notes on how to do that when you take the quiz. So keep that in mind. So if you want to watch this video again or one of the other ones and take notes, I would highly suggest it.